Hello, class. Welcome my 9X IT class to this very different way of learning that uses a lot of IT tools. So you're in the right class to figure out how to navigate this new way of learning about IT online. We've got a lot to talk about today. So I'm going to go get straight into it. I'm going to first talk about the two assignments that you have so far. So I'm just going to share my screen. And the first assignment should be coming up right here. Yes. So the first assignment you should have received was on Friday, March the 20th. That was the day that school closed, or at least the building closed. And it was from Mr. Phillips. Either Mr. Phillips will be issuing assignments consistent with his 9Z class, and sometimes I will be issuing assignments as well. But the first assignment that you have is from Mr. Phillips. So if you click on that, Mr. Phillips wants you to learn how to use spreadsheets. So he says, using iAchieve, complete all exercises in Unit 2 of iAchieve. Now, I'm going to talk to you about how to get access to iAchieve and what to do if you can't get access, and also how you can get access to some tools like Excel spreadsheets, which he is talking about in this item. And I'll go through as well how you get access to Microsoft Office Online. It actually comes with your email addresses, and every single one of you has set up a school email address. So I really appreciate that. And I awarded 25 Pride Pounds to each person in the class as a thank you for doing that. So we'll go through how to get the information that you need to complete this task for Mr. Phillips. Okay, so that is the first item that we have. The second item that we have was issued by me yesterday, and it is this one. So it says, finalize your interface project PowerPoint using the guidelines in the attached presentation. And I've given you an attachment that is the presentation that I've used in class quite a bit. And I'll go through that again at the end of today's session, just to make sure you have all of the information that you need. But it is attached to the homework assignment, as well as you can find it in the student files online. I've placed it online as well. What I'm asking you to do is to take the next 8 days or so, and by Friday, May the 1st, to have finalized your interface project PowerPoint using the guidelines in this presentation. So those are the only two assignments that have been issued so far, just these two. So that covers you on what you might have missed in class charts. But please take a look at class charts on a daily basis, because it is likely that more tasks will be added as time goes on. I will also schedule sessions that can coincide when your classes do, and they will be recorded sessions like this placed on my YouTube channel under 9X IT class, or all IT classes under that channel. And it will help you by looking at these lessons. They will help you to complete the tasks that Mr. Phillips and I have assigned. So let's talk a little bit about how you get access to all of your tools. I'm going to go through this quickly, but on my website, on my YouTube channel, there is a video that goes through it a little bit more slowly if I'm going through it too fast for you. We're going to be looking at accessing the 6 tools necessary for effective home learning. So I'm going to go through what these tools are first. And if you get access to all 6 of these, it will make it much easier for you to learn from home. So please make every effort to get access. And if you're having difficulty, don't hesitate to email me. My email address is si.hobden@hasla.org.uk. And I do try to respond to every single email every single day, so that if you have a particular need or you can't get access to some tools that you need, we can work on that together and make sure you have what you need to succeed. So you will see here, I'm just going to move my video up to the corner there. You will see here the 6 tools and their purpose. All of the things that you need to produce are covered on class charts. So all work due will be assigned as homework. If you've forgotten your class charts access code, please do email me at this email address, and I will be happy to send you your access code right away. The second thing that you need that everyone has access to, and it's probably how you got the link to this video as well, is your Outlook email. This is our primary communications link. And it's also how you submit work and receive marks. So when you submit your work, I will be asking you to attach your finalized project to an email to me next Friday on the 1st, so that I know that what I'm looking at is your final submission. I will then issue a mark based on my guidelines and that submission. So this is our primary communications link. And again, everyone has set up a school account, but if you have difficulty accessing it, please let me know. If you need a password reset or something like that, I will be happy to assist you with that. Third thing is iAchieve. iAchieve, it has all of the content for this course, and as you know, we use it quite extensively. So Mr. Phillips' assignment requires you to have access to iAchieve. If for some reason you've forgotten your login or you need a password reset, I can take care of that for you, but please email me if you have any difficulties with iAchieve access. The fourth item will save you a lot of work. It's called Folder, and this contains all of your work assignments to date. Sorry, I should change that spelling. But all of your work assignments to date, and it will also allow you, in conjunction with having your email open, to have access to Microsoft Online licenses so that you can work on PowerPoints from home without having to invest in the software necessary to do that. So Microsoft Online is the tool that allows you to open Word, PowerPoint, and Excel, and you need to be signed into your school email when you try to open those documents. Outlook must be open for it to work. And lastly, Zoom and YouTube. I use Zoom to record the sessions, and then I post them on YouTube, just like you're seeing this one posted on my YouTube channel. So they're placed on my channel, hopefully before the class that you have with me. So this particular one that you will be looking at on Wednesday was recorded, for example, on Tuesday evening. So class charts, I think everyone's familiar with this. I won't spend much time on it, but I will move fairly rapidly. So with class charts, you need your access ID, and that's really about it. So if you don't have your Access ID, please email me. Now, in setting up your school email, I think everyone's done this, so I'm just going to go through it very, very quickly. If you've not done this yet, you want to search for Office 365 login and pick an item without an AD or an ad in front of it. You're already set up for email. Your sign-on is your first initial, your last name, your 2-digit cohort year, which is 17 in your case, as you are year 9s, at students.hasla.org.uk. Your password is the same one you use to log into the computer at school. Email me if you have any password issues. Please open your email at the beginning of your school day, even though it's at home. You're supposed to be doing schoolwork. So even though it's at home, open your email at the beginning of the day and close it the last thing you do every day. That way, it will ensure that you are available for important communications and that you also get access to all of the software that the school has invested in getting you access to. So that is tool number 2, email, and I put a step-by-step instruction if you need that as well. One of the advantages to opening up email, and you may have realized this already, is that you have access to your very own online calendar containing your classes and what videos there are for you to watch, to learn from, and when. And you go down to the bottom left-hand corner right here and click on this grid icon here, and it will pull up your calendar, which is a reminder of everything that you have due that's come through your Outlook email. So it's just an advantage to setting up your school email. I do have a reminder in here about appropriate email etiquette. Please do keep in mind that we do see everything that you have online, everything that you do through school email. So make sure that it's something you wouldn't be embarrassed about us seeing. So I achieve access. Again, most of you have access, but I'm going to go through this anyway, just in case some of you have forgotten. You pull up I Achieve Login, and it's a screen that looks like this. Your login is your school email address without the @students.hasla.org.uk. So it's just your first initial dot last name dot 17, your cohort year. The password is whatever you set it to in school. If you don't remember, follow the forgot password link with your email, your school email account open. If by any chance, and I don't think any of you will, but if by any chance anyone gets this green error message down here, contact me immediately at this email address and I will resolve it right away. If you ultimately can't get the link in for a password reset, I can do password resets as well. So looking at I Achieve, again, continued with IT classes. This note down here is for business classes, so ignore that. With IT classes, it's pretty simple. We're working on Unit 2 right now, and you should have worked through most of Unit 2 per Mr. Phillips' instruction. So you just go into I Achieve, make sure you've got the correct class, which is the IT class, and click on Unit 2 and follow that all the way along using the page numbers below to move to the next page. So next is folder. So you don't have to start your presentation all over again, even though we're expecting you to work on it from home. You actually have access right now to your school files. What you need to type into your address bar is this. And I'm just going to move my picture here so you can see it. There we are. FOLDR without the E .hasla.org.uk. It will pull up a file, a screen that looks like this. Now, a very important note here, and I've said this before, but it's extremely important when working with folder. Your school email on Outlook must be open for the entire school day. And this is not only because it's a primary communications tool, but also because it gives you online access to the tools you need to do your work. All of your schoolwork can be found in folder exactly as you left it when you were in school. Your login is your school email address, and the password is the same as the one you use for school email. And if you have any difficulty with that, email si.hobden@hasla.org.uk for a password reset. So you will find all of your work once you've signed on to folder under My Documents, and the blank worksheets or any generic documents under TSLA Student Drive. So if we ask you to fill out a worksheet, for example, you'll find them on Student Drive. All of your work you will find under My Documents. Now, this is extremely important so that you don't have to do repeat work. Please, when you're ready to save your work, make sure you are still signed on to folder and that you save the work in folder under My Documents. That way, everything that you do from home will count towards your schoolwork once you get in there. So again, I've given some demonstrations here. This is a business class example, but I think you'll get the idea as to how to use folder. Now, if I ask for you to send me work, like I'm asking you to send me your finished project on Friday of next week, I would like it attached to an email to me, okay? In order to do this, you open a new email, so you click on new email, you then start typing my name, and if you've already emailed me once, my name will automatically pop up. It'll be very, very easy after the first time. The first time you'll probably have to enter in exactly as it is here. And then for the subject of the email, put the content of the attachment. So you would put my interface project as your subject. Then, once you've done that, click on attached file. If you were most recently working on that project, it will be right there. It will be the first item to come up, and you just double click on it to attach it. If it doesn't appear like that, go down to your browse function and browse to the location where you saved it, then double click, then make sure the appropriate document is attached, make sure it's going to the appropriate person, and make sure you've got the correct subject, and hit send. And that's it. That is how you attach a file to Outlook email. Then your fifth tool is Microsoft Office Online. Now, this comes to you automatically as long as you are signed in under Outlook Mail. So what I'd like for you to do is make sure you're signed in under Outlook email, and then try to open the PowerPoint that I've attached to the request I had for you to deliver the project. What that will do, if you're online, is it will tell Microsoft that you are allowed to have access to PowerPoint, and it will open the document. You can then try some test files for Word and Excel, which are the other two programs you'll be using a whole lot in IT class. So I will skip the business marking guidelines. This is really related to business class, and I will go over your criteria in a moment when we look at what is required of you. So virtual classroom is this. The invitations or the direct links to videos will arrive at the times at which your classes are scheduled. Instead of going to class, you'll simply click on a YouTube video link, and it will be a session recorded in Zoom, just like this one, and it will be placed on to my YouTube channel, where you can reference any other information as well. That is the YouTube channel is called the St. Leonard's Academy Means Business and IT, of course, IT being a big part of business. And that's where you will find the recorded lessons. I'm not currently doing live lessons, as we need a little bit more training on those to make them as effective as possible. So I am currently simply doing recorded lessons, but they will correspond. And if you have questions that come up, instead of putting them in the chat, as I might have indicated on some of my videos, please just email them to me, and I will be happy to answer them that way. Okay, so we've gone over the two assignments that are due, the Excel project for Mr. Phillips and the interfaces project for me. We've looked at how to access your tools from home. Let's look a little bit about expectations now, and I know this is repeat for a lot of you, so please forgive me for the repeat. But let's look at expectations for a lot of you to complete the interfaces project. And I'm going to do this again in the context of the entire class and where this interface project stands in the class. As you know, the user interface project, you've got basically learning objective A, which is demonstrate that you know what an interface is and how it works. That is the interface project. At least two different types of interface, GUI and menu, or pictures and words, if you like, and four different product types: computer, a handheld device of your choice, an appliance of your choice, and an entertainment device of your choice. Then we're now moving on to learn how to implement a user interface project using planning tools. And ultimately, in year 11, you'll be submitting an actual user interface design project as part of a national competition. So what I'm looking for the first part here is a PowerPoint with at least 8 slides, with at least 2 examples of actual interfaces per slide. Now, please make sure that your pictures are pictures of the interface, not pictures of the product. There are some great pictures of product out there. I'm not interested in whether you understand the product. I'm interested in whether you understand the interface, the way that we talk to the product. So the 8 slides, I'm giving you a suggestion here as to how to title them. Computers GUI with 2 picture interfaces to computers side by side on that page. Computers menu with 2 primarily language-based interfaces with computers, or words-based interfaces. Handheld GUI pictures used to navigate a handheld device, 2 examples of those. And handheld menu, words used to navigate a handheld device, 2 examples of those. Appliance GUI, 2 examples of pictures used to help you navigate an appliance of some kind, be it a refrigerator, a washing machine, whatever appliance you pick. And 2 examples of word menus being used to help you navigate an appliance or tell it what to do. Then the same for entertainment system, a picture interface and a words or menu interface for entertainment systems. Any entertainment system of your choice. Could be a smart TV, could be a gaming console. It is entirely your choice. I'm vastly more interested in you being able to prove to me that you understand what an interface is. So if you have a PowerPoint with at least 8 slides with at least 2 examples of actual interfaces per slide, you are definitely doing well on the first objective. The second objective is where you use the notes, and underneath the slides you have a notes section, and if you don't see it, adjust the view on PowerPoint until you see the notes displayed. Use the notes under the slide to talk about the 2 examples that you have on that slide. And what I want you to make notes on are how it was designed. Look at things like colors, letters, pictures or symbols, the order in which they're laid out, whether or not you know what they mean just by looking at them. We call that intuitive. And what grabs your attention? How does the design help someone use the equipment correctly? In other words, the user needs. How are the user needs met by the design? So a bronze response would be just to talk about what you see when you look at each example. Just answer the question, what is it? Okay, that's at a minimum. To go beyond that, a silver response would be to talk about why each example helps the user to get what they want or need from the equipment. How does it work? And I'll just show you actually the notes example just while we're on it. So where I want this information recorded is down here at the bottom. Okay, this is where I want this information recorded. It shouldn't be on the slide itself because that's going to make it too busy. I want all of the verbiage down on the bottom. So a bronze response, talk about what you see when you look at each example. Silver, talk about why each example helps the user to get what they want or need from the equipment. How does it work, in other words? And gold, compare the 2 examples. Which one works best and why? How well does it work? So that is the highest level that I'm expecting from you, is a gold response. So those of you that are ready to tackle that, please do so, and please make sure it all goes down in the notes underneath the particular slide that it's talking about. Okay? So hopefully that explains to you what I'm looking for in terms of the interface project. And we've also gone over how to get to your tools. So if you are having difficulty accessing any of those 6 tools, please email me at si.hobden@hasla.org.uk. I do respond to every single email every single day, and I will help you navigate through those so that you can get to work on finalizing your project. And don't forget about the assignment for Mr. Phillips as well, looking at spreadsheets and beginning to examine those. You're going to get into those a lot more as you plan out your actual interface project where you will design it yourself. Again, it is a great pleasure to spend this time with you. I do hope that this has been informative to you. I hope that you and your loved ones are safe together and that you're dealing well with this very strange situation that we find ourselves in. I look forward to seeing you back in the school building again, healthy and safe, very, very soon. Take care now.